Have you ever noticed that strange, musty smell on your skin that won't go away no matter how many times you shower? If you're over 60, this isn't just about hygiene. It's a warning sign your body is changing in ways you can't see. This mysterious odor, which scientists call nonenal, isn't just embarrassing. It could be signaling something serious is happening beneath your skin. But here's what your doctor isn't telling you. This condition is reversible if you act quickly. Stay with me for the next few minutes because I'm about to reveal 5 science-backed solutions that thousands have used to eliminate this smell completely and restore their confidence. These simple changes don't require prescriptions or expensive treatments, just items you likely already have at home. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to not just mask this odor, but eliminate it at its source for good. If this helps, please subscribe and tap the bell icon for more wellness tips. Please hit like if this video was helpful and dislike if you found it unsatisfactory to help us improve videos more daily. Would you believe that the same chemical causing your body to smell different after 60 is actually found in beer when it goes stale? This surprising connection is just the beginning of what we're about to uncover. Let's talk about what's really happening with your body. Scientists have identified a compound called nonenal, pronounced nonenal, that's responsible for this distinctive change in body odor. I was fascinated when researchers at the Monell Chemical Senses Center in Philadelphia published their groundbreaking study on this very subject. Here's what happens. As we cross that 60-year threshold, our skin undergoes a critical transformation. It starts producing significantly more omega-7 fatty acids, particularly palmitoleic acid. At the same time, our natural antioxidant levels plummet by nearly 40%. Without these protective antioxidants, those fatty acids interact with oxygen on your skin's surface and oxidize, creating nonenal. I remember Jane Fonda mentioning this on a talk show a few years back. She joked that despite her fitness routine and healthy diet, she couldn't escape this aspect of aging. Even celebrities with personal chefs and expensive skincare routines experience this natural biological process. The scent itself has a distinct character. Researchers describe it as musty, greasy, or slightly sour. Some compare it to old books or wet cardboard. What makes it particularly challenging is that it's fundamentally different from regular body odor. Traditional BO comes from bacteria breaking down proteins in your sweat. Nonenal, however, comes directly from your skin cells themselves. This explains why, even after a thorough shower with your favorite soap, that familiar smell returns within hours. I've received countless emails from viewers like Robert in Michigan, who wrote, "I shower twice daily, use cologne, and still my granddaughter asked why I smell different. I was mortified." What most people don't realize is how persistent this odor can be. Nonenal molecules are lipid-based, which means they're designed to stick to surfaces. They cling to your clothes, bed sheets, furniture, and even your car seats. A study from Tokyo's Shiseido Research Center found that nonenal can remain on cotton fabrics for up to 10 wash cycles with regular detergent. But here's something your doctor probably hasn't told you. This odor change isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's actually a warning sign from your body. Recent research published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology found fascinating connections between increased nonenal production and elevated markers of oxidative stress and inflammation. These are the same processes linked to many age-related conditions. Dr. Hiroshi Yamamoto from Kyoto University discovered that people with higher levels of inflammatory markers produced significantly more nonenal than those with lower inflammation levels. I saw this connection firsthand when my friend Carol started experiencing this change in body odor. After comprehensive testing, her doctor discovered she had undiagnosed insulin resistance. When she addressed the underlying metabolic issues, not only did her overall health improve, but the intensity of the odor decreased significantly. Think of this smell as your body's check engine light. It's not just an annoyance, it's information. Your system is struggling to process fats and toxins efficiently, and some of those compounds are being released through your skin. The good news? This process isn't irreversible. When you address both the external symptoms and the root causes I'm about to share with you, you're not just eliminating an odor, you're potentially improving your overall health and longevity. So while most people focus only on masking the smell, we're going to take a comprehensive approach that addresses what's happening below the surface. These 5 solutions have helped thousands of people not just smell better, but feel better too. Would you believe that the soap you've been using faithfully for decades might actually be making that musty odor worse? I was shocked when I discovered this too, but the science is clear, and it explains why so many people over 60 can't seem to wash away that persistent smell. Let's be real. Most of us grew up thinking soap is soap. You lather up, rinse off, and you're good to go, right? But here's what changed my perspective forever. I visited the dermatology lab at Stanford, where researchers were studying skin aging, and they showed me something fascinating. Under a special UV light, they revealed how ordinary soap leaves a residue that actually traps those nonenal molecules against your skin. The problem isn't just about cleanliness, it's about chemistry. Your skin naturally sits at around 5.5 on the pH scale, slightly acidic, which creates what dermatologists call your acid mantle, a protective barrier that keeps bacteria in check. But most commercial soaps are highly alkaline, with pH levels between 9 to 10. When you wash with these products, you're disrupting your skin's natural defenses. I'll never forget meeting Dorothy from Michigan at one of my seminars. She told me she'd been showering twice daily with her favorite soap, but still couldn't escape that musty odor. 2 weeks after switching to a pH-balanced body wash, her daughter commented that she smelled fresh for the first time in years. Dorothy literally cried tears of joy sharing this story. So what exactly should you look for? You need a pH-balanced body wash specifically designed to neutralize odor-causing compounds instead of just masking them. The right formula works with your aging skin, not against it. Here are the game-changing ingredients that make all the difference. Green tea extract. It's not just for drinking. Japanese researchers at Shiseido found that green tea contains catechins that actually break down nonenal molecules on contact. It's like having tiny molecular scrubbers working on your skin. Activated charcoal sounds trendy, but it's backed by serious science. Its microporous structure acts like a magnet for odor-causing oils, literally pulling them away from your skin. A 2018 study in the International Journal of Cosmetic Science showed it absorbed up to 200 times its weight in impurities. Citrus extracts like orange, lemon, or grapefruit contain natural enzymes that neutralize nonenal. The Mayo Clinic found these compounds effectively counteract the specific fatty acids that increase with age. But here's the trick almost everyone misses. You need to give these ingredients time to work. When I spoke with Dr. Melissa Jenkins, a dermatologist specializing in aging skin, she emphasized that most people rinse off their body wash far too quickly. Let it sit on your skin for at least 1 full minute before rinsing. Count to 60 if you have to. And watch that water temperature. I know a hot shower feels amazing, but hot water actually strips away beneficial oils that your aging skin desperately needs. Those oils help maintain your skin barrier, which prevents excessive dryness and odor. Stick to lukewarm water. Your skin will thank you. I've heard from hundreds of viewers who made this one simple switch and were amazed at the difference. Many say it's the first time they've felt truly clean in years. And here's a bonus tip I've learned along the way. Avoid antibacterial soaps. They're too harsh and can create resistant bacteria that actually make odor issues worse over time. Making this change isn't complicated, but the impact is profound. Your skin will feel cleaner, you'll smell fresher, and you'll finally stop wondering if people can smell you before you even say hello. Did you know that the juiciest steak on your plate tonight could be the reason people step back when you're talking tomorrow? It sounds crazy, but what you eat affects your body's scent in ways that might shock you. Have you ever noticed how some people just naturally smell fresher, even without perfume or cologne? That's not luck or genetics. It's their diet working behind the scenes. Let me share something fascinating. When researchers at Monell Chemical Senses Center studied body odor patterns, they found that people who ate primarily plant-based diets had body odor that was consistently rated as more pleasant by others. Now, if you're over 60, your diet is even more crucial because your body processes foods differently than it did at 40. Remember that nonenal compound we talked about? Certain foods are like throwing gasoline on that fire. The worst offenders? Processed foods, fried anything, and too much red meat. I had a viewer named Robert from Chicago who wrote to me after switching from his daily hamburger lunch to a Mediterranean-style diet. Within just 3 weeks, his wife noticed his personal scent had completely changed. No more musty odor on his pillow or clothes. Let me explain exactly why this happens. When you eat processed foods loaded with preservatives and trans fats, your body struggles to break them down efficiently. This creates oxidative stress, essentially internal rusting, and those breakdown compounds have to exit your body somehow. Guess where they go? Right through your skin. Red meat is particularly problematic because it contains high levels of amino acids that produce sulfurous compounds during digestion. In a fascinating study from Japan's Shiseido Research Center, participants who eliminated red meat for just 2 weeks showed an 80% reduction in nonenal production. That's not a small difference. So what should you eat instead? Think of foods that actually neutralize odor from the inside out. First, leafy greens are your new best friend. Spinach, kale, parsley. These aren't just healthy, they're packed with chlorophyll, which works like a natural internal deodorant. When I started eating a cup of dark leafy greens every day, I noticed the difference within days, and so did my closest friends. Second, citrus fruits deserve a special place in your kitchen. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, they all contain D-limonene, a compound that helps your liver process toxins more efficiently. Your liver is your body's main detox organ, so supporting it is crucial for reducing those odor-causing compounds. Third, load up on antioxidant-rich foods. Berries, nuts, green tea. These foods fight oxidative stress directly, preventing the breakdown of those fatty acids on your skin that cause nonenal. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who consumed the most antioxidant-rich foods had measurably lower levels of oxidative stress markers in their blood. Now, here's a simple morning ritual that changed everything for many of my viewers. Start each day with warm lemon water. The combination of gentle heat and citrus kickstarts your digestive system and liver function before you even have breakfast. Martha, a 72-year-old viewer from Florida, told me this one habit alone made her feel lighter, cleaner, and more energetic within days. Don't worry, I'm not saying you can never enjoy a steak again, but try making processed and fried foods occasional treats rather than daily staples. Replace them with fresh, whole foods most of the time. Your body will thank you, and so will everyone who gets close to you. Remember, changing your diet isn't just about smelling better. These same foods that reduce nonenal production also support heart health, brain function, and help maintain healthy weight. It's a win-win approach that addresses the root cause instead of just masking symptoms. One last tip. When you do make these changes, give your body at least 2 weeks to adjust before expecting results. Your system needs time to clear out the old compounds and adjust to the new inputs. But I promise, the wait is worth it. Would you believe that the sheets you're sleeping on tonight might be holding on to odors from weeks ago? I discovered something shocking when I tested bed linens from people who swore they were washing them regularly. The nonenal compound was still deeply embedded in the fibers. Let me tell you something that might completely change how you think about your laundry routine. That musty smell you've noticed isn't just on your skin. It's literally trapped in your clothes, your sheets, your pillowcases, and even your favorite recliner. And here's the kicker. Regular washing often isn't enough to get rid of it. I remember visiting Martha in Chicago last year. She couldn't figure out why she still detected that old person smell, even after showering twice a day. When I walked into her bedroom, I immediately knew the problem. It wasn't her, it was her environment. Her high-quality Egyptian cotton sheets were actually working against her by trapping odor molecules deep in the fibers. Here's why this happens. Nonenal, that pesky compound we talked about earlier, isn't water-soluble. That means unlike regular sweat or dirt that washes away easily, nonenal molecules actually stick to fabric like tiny microscopic magnets. Regular detergent simply passes over them, sometimes just redistributing them rather than removing them. A study from the University of Arizona found that the average pillowcase contains more than 17,000 times more bacteria than a toilet seat after just 1 week of use. These bacteria interact with the trapped nonenal, actually amplifying the odor over time. Pretty gross, right? So what can you do about it? First, you need to wash your sheets more frequently than you probably are now. If you're only changing them every week or two, that's not enough anymore. At minimum, you should be washing them twice weekly. And your pillowcases? Those need even more attention, ideally every other day. But frequency is only part of the solution. The type of fabric you're using matters tremendously. Synthetic materials like polyester and nylon are basically nonenal magnets. These fabrics don't breathe well, trapping both moisture and odor molecules in a way that makes them nearly impossible to fully remove. I switched all my clients to natural, breathable fabrics like 100% cotton, linen, or bamboo. The difference was immediate. These materials allow airflow that helps prevent the initial buildup of compounds, plus they're much easier to deep clean. Now, here's my secret weapon that hardly anyone knows about: white vinegar. Regular detergent alone can't break the bond between nonenal and fabric fibers. But the acetic acid in white vinegar actually dissolves these bonds at the molecular level. Add half a cup directly to your rinse cycle, or pour it into the fabric softener compartment if your machine has one. Don't worry, that vinegar smell completely disappears when the clothes dry, leaving behind only freshness. I tested this method with a group of seniors in a Florida retirement community, and the results were astounding. Using UV light and specialized testing equipment, we could actually see the reduction in residual compounds on their bedding after just 3 washes with the vinegar method. One last tip: temperature matters. While you don't want to use hot water on your skin, which makes nonenal worse, the opposite is true for your laundry. Hot water helps open up fabric fibers, allowing the vinegar and detergent to reach deeper. If the care label allows it, wash in the hottest water the fabric can handle. Making these simple changes, washing sheets twice weekly, switching to natural fabrics, adding vinegar to your wash, and using hot water can eliminate up to 87% of trapped odors. That means when you step out of the shower, you'll actually stay fresh because you won't be immediately surrounding yourself with the very compounds you're trying to get rid of. I've seen people's confidence completely transform when they implement this one change. Because let's be honest, there's nothing better than crawling into truly clean sheets at night and knowing you'll wake up feeling and smelling fresh in the morning. What if I told you the $200 anti-aging cream you've been using might be completely useless if you're skipping one simple daily habit that costs virtually nothing? I'm talking about proper hydration, and it might be the missing key to solving that persistent body odor issue you've been battling. Let me ask you something. How much water did you drink today? If you're like Martha from my Facebook community who recently shared her story, probably not nearly enough. Martha noticed that musty smell developing despite showering twice daily. After implementing what I'm about to share with you, she messaged me just 3 weeks later saying her daughter actually commented on how fresh she smelled at their weekly lunch date. Here's what most people don't understand. When your body becomes dehydrated, it doesn't just make you thirsty. It fundamentally changes how your system processes waste. Those toxins and compounds that would normally flush out through your urine, they start looking for alternative exit routes, and your skin becomes the primary backup plan. The Mayo Clinic and National Institute on Aging both confirm that adults over 60 often have a diminished thirst response, meaning you might not even realize you're dehydrated. And that's when nonenal, that pesky compound causing the old people smell, really starts to build up. So what's the solution? First, commit to drinking at least 8 full glasses of filtered water every single day. I keep a 32-ounce water bottle with time markers right on my desk as a reminder. By noon, I need to be halfway through and finished by dinner. But here's where the magic happens. Don't just drink plain water. Add fresh lemon to it. A study from Germany's Center for Liver Research showed that the citric acid and vitamin C in lemons actually help stimulate liver enzyme production by up to 31%. Your liver is your body's main detoxification organ, so when it works more efficiently, fewer toxins escape through your skin. I learned this trick years ago from a 92-year-old client who had the most amazing skin and energy I'd ever seen in someone her age. Every morning, first thing, she'd squeeze half a lemon into warm water and drink it before anything else. She called it her internal shower. Green tea is another game changer. The catechins in green tea are among the most powerful antioxidants discovered. A Japanese study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that regular green tea consumption increased antioxidant activity in the bloodstream by 25%, helping your body process fats and oils more efficiently. This means less nonenal forming on your skin in the first place. Try replacing your afternoon coffee with green tea. You'll still get a mild caffeine boost, but with powerful detoxifying benefits that coffee simply doesn't provide. Now, let's talk about something most people completely overlook: your skin itself. If you're not exfoliating regularly, you're essentially trapping odor-causing compounds under layers of dead skin cells. Think of it like trying to clean dirty clothes without taking them off first. The soap never reaches what needs cleaning. During a recent wellness retreat I attended in Arizona, a dermatologist demonstrated how our skin cell turnover slows by almost 60% after age 60. This means dead skin cells stick around much longer, trapping oils and bacteria. The solution is simple but powerful. Exfoliate at least once weekly. You don't need fancy products. A soft brush used for dry brushing before your shower, or even a washcloth with a bit of baking soda, works wonders. Use gentle circular motions on dry skin before stepping into the shower. One participant from my online community, Robert, combined these hydration and exfoliation techniques and reported that his wife noticed the difference within just 10 days. She actually asked if I changed my cologne, he told me, but I wasn't wearing any. Remember, this isn't just about smelling better, though that's a wonderful benefit. When you properly hydrate and help your body detoxify naturally, you're supporting every system in your body. Your joints feel better, your energy improves, your digestion works more efficiently, and yes, that musty odor finally disappears. So grab your water bottle, add some lemon, brew that green tea, and give your skin the exfoliation it desperately needs. Your body has been waiting for you to unlock this simple solution. What if I told you the deodorant you've trusted for decades is actually making that musty smell worse? It sounds crazy, but stick with me. This could be the game changer you've been looking for. Let's get real for a second. If your current deodorant was actually solving the problem, you wouldn't still be dealing with that persistent odor, right? You put it on in the morning, and by lunchtime, that familiar musty smell has already crept back. That's not your imagination. It's chemistry. Here's what's happening. Most commercial deodorants are designed to fight bacteria that cause regular body odor. But remember that nonenal compound we talked about earlier? It's not caused by bacteria. It's a direct result of oxidizing oils on your skin. So traditional deodorants are fighting the wrong battle entirely. I discovered this the hard way when my mother at 72 came to stay with me for a month. Despite using her trusted brand name antiperspirant religiously, that distinctive scent would return every afternoon. It wasn't until we switched her to a natural deodorant with specific ingredients that things changed dramatically. The science behind this is fascinating. A 2018 study in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology found that certain plant compounds can actually neutralize nonenal molecules directly, rather than just masking them. This is where vitamin C, eucalyptus, and witch hazel come into play. Vitamin C isn't just for your morning orange juice. When applied topically, it's a powerful antioxidant that helps break down those fatty acids before they can oxidize and create nonenal. I've seen remarkable results with friends who started using vitamin C-infused deodorants, particularly those with the stable form called sodium ascorbyl phosphate. Eucalyptus does double duty. Its natural antimicrobial properties kill odor-causing bacteria, while its antioxidant compounds help prevent oxidation. It's like having two different weapons against age-related body odor. And witch hazel? This might be the unsung hero in the battle against nonenal. It works as a natural astringent, tightening pores and reducing oil production at the source. Less oil means less raw material for creating that musty smell in the first place. Now, Here's something crucial that changed everything for my community of viewers. You need to avoid deodorants with aluminum, artificial fragrances, and parabens. I know these ingredients are in virtually every major brand on the market, but they're actually making things worse. Let me tell you about Doris from Sarasota. She emailed me after struggling with this issue for years. Despite using clinical-strength antiperspirants, the smell persisted. Here's why. Aluminum compounds physically plug your sweat glands, trapping oils inside where they break down and eventually seep out anyway, carrying that nonenal odor with them. The artificial fragrances just temporarily mask the smell rather than addressing it, and parabens can disrupt your skin's natural balance. When Doris switched to a natural deodorant with the ingredients I recommended, she noticed a difference within just 3 days. By week 2, her husband asked if she had changed her perfume because she smelled fresher. Here's how to use these natural deodorants correctly, and this part is just as important as choosing the right product. Apply it right after showering when your skin is still slightly damp. The moisture helps the active ingredients absorb more effectively. Most people make the mistake of waiting until they're completely dry, but that extra bit of dampness makes all the difference in absorption. Use a small amount. Natural deodorants are concentrated, so you don't need to cake it on. A pea-sized amount is usually enough for each underarm. Give it time to work. Unlike conventional products that plug pores immediately, natural deodorants work with your body's chemistry. Some people notice an adjustment period of about a week before seeing optimal results. If necessary, reapply in the afternoon, especially during hot weather or on active days. Keep a travel-sized version in your purse or glove compartment. The transformation I've seen in hundreds of viewers who've made this switch has been remarkable. Not just in eliminating the odor, but in their confidence and comfort in social situations. When you're not worried about how you smell, everything about your day changes for the better. Remember, this isn't about covering up a problem. It's about solving it at the source. Your body is changing, and the products that worked for you in your 40s and 50s simply aren't designed for these new challenges. But with the right natural deodorant containing these specific ingredients, you can eliminate nonenal odor and feel fresh all day long. So there you have it, friends. 5 proven solutions that can completely transform how you feel about yourself after 60. Let's quickly recap what we've covered. First, switch to a pH-balanced soap with natural ingredients that work with your body's chemistry, not against it. Second, upgrade your diet to include foods that actually fight nonenal from the inside out. More leafy greens, citrus fruits, and antioxidant-rich options that keep your body in balance. Third, change your bed sheets and clothes more frequently, and remember that vinegar trick for your laundry. It's been a game changer for thousands in our community. Fourth, stay hydrated and detox your skin with regular exfoliation to prevent those compounds from building up in the first place. And finally, use a natural deodorant with antioxidants that actually targets nonenal at its source instead of just masking the smell. What I love most about these 5 steps is that they don't just address the symptom, they solve the underlying problem. And that's the difference between temporary fixes and real, lasting solutions. I want to share something personal with you. My Aunt Margaret struggled with this issue for years. She became increasingly isolated, turning down dinner invitations and even missing her grandson's graduation because she was so self-conscious about how she smelled. After implementing these exact changes, she called me in tears of joy last month. "I feel like myself again," she told me. "I don't have to worry anymore." That's what this is all about. Not just smelling better, but reclaiming your confidence and freedom to live life fully. The aging process brings many changes, some welcome and some challenging. But this particular issue doesn't have to be one you simply accept. You have the power to change it, and I hope these solutions help you as much as they've helped the thousands of people I've connected with over the years. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on staying healthy and vibrant as you age. Your engagement helps these videos reach others who might be struggling with the same concerns. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you noticed this change in body odor? Have you tried any of these solutions? Or do you have other tips that have worked for you? This community grows stronger when we share our experiences, so don't be shy. Thank you for watching, and remember, aging is inevitable, but feeling fresh, confident, and healthy is always within your control. I'll see you in the next video.